Hello guys, welcome to Level Up TV. You're listening to NVC and with me of course is Slasher live in New York City. This is the ESL IEM5 European Championship Finals. This is the bronze place match you're about to watch between Cypher and Strenx. I can tell you, which is actually quite strange about this match, is both players topped their groups. And then it came down to the playoffs where Strenx would get a bye to the semi-final, as would Cypher, but Strenx would go on to lose to Cooler in a very debated match. And also Cypher would lose to Avec. Sasha, you had some thoughts about Cypher and Avec in that match?
Yeah, it was a great game. Did you know that every time Avec and Cypher has ever played an official match, it's always gone to 5 maps? So this time was only a continuation of that, so they've never not gone to 5 maps. It seemed like each player has controlled each of their maps pretty well. Airwalk was extremely close with Cypher with some, I think, the best highlight reel of the entire tournament. But really, Cypher did not look like he did the previous 2 days. He did not look invincible as he had the entire tournament. Avec played a great game. And, you know, he was pretty decidedly the better player in that matchup. So now Avic's going to be in the finals. I think
I've got to say in
Avec
that
and
match as
Cooler
well, Slasher,
is a very fitting finals.
Yeah, for sure. I've got to say in that match in Toronto, Avec yesterday against Faz, probably where he really stepped his game up. I don't think Faz had much chance to even get a frag in, so I was definitely expecting Avec to do very well. For winning, that's a surprise to me, but as you say, best of 5 every time. Coolest Strengths, of course, the debated matchup there. It went to, I think, 6-5 with 30 seconds remaining. Of course, before that, there were a lot of lags, and some would maybe argue that Strenx, being the stronger aim-based player, was perhaps in the more difficult position, given the higher ping and the ping spiking. That, of course, was then replayed with almost the exact same situations. Admins went through that. Strenx would go on to pick up the frag to take it to overtime in that middle area. Cooler very, very surprised that was happening, as he said in his interview. And then, fortunately for Cooler, they went on to pick up the second 2 frags and knock Strenx down to play Cypher in this matchup.
Yeah, so now Cooler gets back to a final as well. He got his wish. There was an interview up with Cooler with Thorin's SK Gaming after last night, and he had told Thorin that he wanted Avec to beat Cypher to go into the final, because he would have an easier time against Avec than Cypher in the final. So Cooler got his wish. So there's nothing better to set up than right now than for Cooler to win his first major title in a very long time. He's come so close every time, getting second place, and now we're going to go live with the third place game between Cypher and Strenx.
Here on Aerowalker, of course, Slasher. Let's see who gets what. Strenx is going to start off with that LG, straight over to red armor. Cypher, of course, picking up the mega health without too much delay. Wants to make sure he has enough time to get over to that yellow without losing one of them. And yeah, what are you expecting from this one here?
I expect Trance actually got kicked in the beginning of the map, so he just got in, which is really funny. And that's just as they say that, Cypher hits 2 amazing rails across the guard, and that's going to do a ton of damage to Strenx, and then 2 rockets perfectly on Strenx, so this map could not have gone any better to start off with for Cypher.
Yeah, very, very controlled mouse movement. I love those rockets so far. Cypher obviously feeling very, very warmed up. And Strenx, not the best start you could have hoped for here.
I mean, obviously, Airwalk, you come back, a ton of frags really quickly, but going down 4-0 to Cypher in the first minute is never a good thing. Cypher actually going to miss a rocket jump, so it's going to do a little bit of extra damage, but Cypher still has
Well, I think he knows Strenx is a little wary of challenging and just let it stay for a while. And again, look at this, just rockets from Cypher, nothing else.
Strenx actually hitting one of those grenades, so he does do a little bit of damage, but there's still no items spawning for another 20 seconds, so Strenx is just stuck on these green armors and trying to hit the shots. That is one rail shot that he has to hit, but he's going to have to hit another. He's going to have to try to defend this yellow and hope that Cypher doesn't push in on him.
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems Cypher has is, I don't know if you remember the Cooler Cypher game, or sorry, Strenx has, but Cypher pretty much played out of control for 8 minutes and then went on to beat Cooler. Here in this game, Strenx going this far behind not only has to pick up 6 frags, but would then have to play against a defensive Cypher if he was to get there.
Well, I mean, Strenx now finally has done it for the first time in this map. He has the health and armor advantage here. He's hit the shots. Now with that, that's a huge grenade on the face of Strenx. That makes it really hard for him to gain a lot of control now. He was able to get that right. Cypher's actually early to Mega, and he's 1 second early, and that's going to allow Strenx to pick it up, getting the frag right before it spawns. So some really nice timing there by Strenx to pick that up right before Mega was going to spawn.
Now again, Cypher not backing down with those rockets though, actually making a very early jump to this red armor. Of course, if you do stand on the further point from red, you won't take too much rocket smashing. That's exactly how Cypher got out of that fight, but still, Strenx picking up that frag with the rail will go on to take red. Mega's coming up shortly.
Now Cypher is going to have to muster up a lot of that defensive game that we saw against him at Cooler at the QuakeCon final. So we know how good he is. I mean, great rail there from Strenx, peeking up on that top rocket launcher area. It's going to allow Strenx to get this red for free. And now Strenx can pretty much push in on Cypher here, try to get the 3rd frag.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the difference between playing Strenx and Cooler is Strenx's aim, so we'll have to see how he manages to use that to his advantage here. Look at nice defensive rockets by Cypher, still managing to get out, only 38 HP. Kind of lucky Strenx is also missing those rails though, which of course he did as well against Cooler, which unfortunately led to him losing in overtime. It was a self.
And Cypher, yeah, Cypher got caught behind that corner there. Strenx did a rail, and then Cypher just basically blew himself up. Not sure why he was trying to just go really slow and peek around that rocket launch area, because Strenx had just picked up that red armor and was just making his way down that ramp. Ooh, Cypher, yeah, very good job getting that red, doing the rocket jump. He's going to be able to attack Strenx here, do a lot of damage before Strenx picks up that Mega.
I was going to say, Slasher, that rocket jump put it down to 80 HP, just the right amount of health for Strenx to rail him, but again, Strenx missing that very crucial rail, and allowed Cypher to get that red. We are going to see a challenge here with that LG by Strenx. Of course, very strong aim-based player, going to allow him to pick up his 3rd frag, and nice comeback so far as he converts off the spawn.
I mean, nothing we can't say more is how good Strenx's LG is. Even for Cypher, it's usually not a one-on-one situation that he wants to be in, even. Now, Strenx is going to pick up that Mega for free, not taking any damage. It's going to make it very hard for Cypher to run from this, especially with yellow not up. Strenx is probably going to get this red and go for an attack. Cypher's just going to have to play around these two green armors.
Yeah, I mean, this map's almost like a mini hectic. You know, you have to put out a lot of damage to your opponent and then get a good spawn 9 times out of 10 to come back in control. And when you're playing 2 players with such a game aim like this, as we see a fight there, Strenx going to pick up the rocket kill. Really, you're not really going to hope for too many rails exchanged, only one way.
I would say this map is even harder than actually, sorry, a little bit easier than Hectic, because you do have those 225 greens in this map at least, which are a little bit surrounded by corners so you don't get hit. Hectic is very wide open. That's pretty much what you have to do when you're not in control. It's those 225s and that yellow. And a lot of the times the yellow is even peeked out from the other area. So a lot of damage there gone on to Cypher from Strenx. So Strenx is going to finally take the lead. 6-5, actually gets a pretty good spawn on the Cypher. Cypher misses that initial rail. So without that rail damage, it's actually going to be very hard for him to challenge for red.
Yeah, I gotta say, Strenx is OG on a little bit more than Cypher. I mean, currently Cypher has a higher percentage, but earlier in a mega fight, you saw pretty much 100 LG as Strenx jumped towards him. So we'd have to say Strenx definitely winning these LG battles.
Yeah, right now, Cypher on a 53% rail, Strenx 39. Cypher with 37 LG, actually Strenx with only 29. So Cypher hitting all of the better accuracy right now, but Strenx is the one with much better item control. Some perfect rockets there from Strenx, getting the frag with 5 health. That's after he took the Mega, though. So this is Cypher's chance to regain control of the map. He'll get the frag here, 8-6. He should be able to pick up this red cleanly. He might even have enough time to circle all the way to yellow before Strenx is able to set up.
He knows exactly where he is, though. It'll be very important as this Mega comes up. Strenx, there comes the railgun. Cypher down to 51 HP. Strenx with 100 could actually make a push on this Mega if he's feeling confident, but looks like he's going to give it to Cypher. Now it's all about the red. Will Strenx come through that teleport? Doesn't look like it. He is by the Mega right now. For this route, Cypher may actually rocket jump off the wall, but no, he's going to take the safe route, or not so safe route, should I say. Still get away.
It's very important Strenx hits those rails when Cypher jumps off of that red. He wasn't hitting them before, but now he is, and he's going to need to hit those. He can't let Cypher get these items without taking any damage.
Mega and red up.
Cypher might push in here. Strenx, that's a pretty good move there to pick up that red, and they traded rails, and Cypher, Strenx actually more damage. So because of all that damage, he's not going to let Cypher get this yellow. It's going to make things very difficult for Cypher here. He has to be careful. He's going to take down another frag. With only a minute 30 to go, he really can't let that happen.
I'm so curious as to why Cypher went through that teleport. He only had one armor, which basically meant that rail absolutely annihilated him. And yeah, look at the position Cypher's in now, with 2 frags behind, only 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. No armor to his name. He's managed to connect with these railguns though, but I don't think it's going to be enough if Cypher gets caught out, but wow!
Wow! Cypher hitting all the rails in a row, but Strenx is the one that picks up the Mega, and he only needed one rail to make the frag. There's still a minute left. Cypher might have positional advantage here on that red, but instead he tries to be cheeky and go around that corner to do the damage that's going to allow Strenx to pick up the red with the rocket jump. So Cypher now with only 50 seconds to go. It does not look like he has enough health and armor here to be able to pull this back.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to hope for some of those Cypher-esque rockets, you know, triple air shot or something, for anything even to remotely happen now. As we enter the last 30 seconds, there's a couple of nice rails there, but Strenx still above that 100 HP.
Oh, Cypher's going to have to push in now. That red is up, but he needs the frag first. Going to decide to get the red first, and now try to make the move. Just trying to find Strenx. 20 seconds remaining. Going to have to push it now. See if he can go through the teleporter. And he's getting a huge rocket into Cypher, and that is going to be game. Strenx will take the first map of Airwalk. Some great play there. Cypher had an early 5-0 lead within the first minute. So Strenx did a very nice job of composing himself and making sure that he did what he needed to do to come back.
Yeah, very, very nice play by Strenx. Almost thought Cypher ran away with it in those first 3 minutes as he went 6-0 up, but Strenx coming back in spectacular fashion to take it. We don't know what map we're moving on to. It was a very big rush, but
all of that map with his aim, and he had control of the map, you know, just with all the armors for the first few minutes, but then Strenx was the one that hit the clutch shots to get himself in the better position for those items, and Cypher was able to make a little bit of a comeback, but Strenx mostly had control for the rest of that game.
Yeah, these two players, of course, playing for $1,150 in third place. Fourth place will go home with $750, so not actually too much of a big difference, but of course that third place is a lot more prominent than fourth. Cypher will be looking to come back in this best of 5. To T4 we go, and map Strenx took to overtime against Cooler and then lost by 2. I think he's looking very strong here.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, I would think Cypher might have a little bit of advantage in this map just because of how much he played it before. You know, those Russians did play T4 a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Strenx in the last game. He was just using that shotgun just to charge into middle level. Wow, a bit of lag there. I'm not sure if that was just me or not.
No, I got that too.
Maybe that doesn't continue and he plays on experiencing it. But sorry, what were you going to say, Sancho?
Wanted to know if you knew how strong Strenx is here.
Well,
I haven't seen him play a whole lot.
I only saw the match against Cooler, and gotta say, you know, he very, very utilized. Sorry, that doesn't really make sense. He utilized that railgun very well, and especially the shotgun as well in those close quarters fights. And I've also seen Cypher do the same, so I'm expecting a close game, and I have no idea who's going to win as the first fight is picked up by Cypher.
That was beautiful by Cypher. 2 direct rockets, and then a rail just before that yellow spawns. So that's going to give Cypher a huge advantage here with the armors. If Strenx was able to pick up that yellow before dying, he would have denied Cypher that yellow. Cypher would have had no armor from there. He might not have had any armor to challenge for the lower armor, and now he's going to have enough to basically sit on this upper yellow, even with Strenx hitting those 2 rails, and he's going to be able to continue control of this map.
Yeah, this is a very bad position for Strenx because Cypher's just eaten all of that health up in the middle level. That means there's not much at all available for Strenx, and one rail's going to finish him off at least for the next 12-13 seconds as we wait for the red armor. Yellow armor, sorry.
You know, Cypher put himself in such great positions, but Strenx is the one hitting the shots. And that's pretty much what happens on this map. If you can hit your rail shots, you can control where you want your opponent to go. As good as their, running the items is going to be, if you're not doing enough damage output, you're just not going to have the position on here. So Cypher's going to have timing on this Mega. Strenx with another rail on the Cypher. Not sure if Strenx knew the exact timing on that item, and a perfect rail from Cypher just before that yellow is going to spawn. Cypher electing to pick up that rail and deny the weapon instead of going for the upper yellow. Cypher surely will try to go around towards that lower yellow. Looks like Strenx is actually going to just wait up above. Still no railgun, so Cypher's probably going to try to deny this weapon, I think, this time.
I mean, those that don't really watch Quake, the Mega Health on this map does give you 100 extra HP, but unlike other maps where it spawns every 35, it does spawn every 2 minutes. We are going to see another frag from Cypher there on a Strenx, but either way, on this map the Mega's a lot easier to time. It just really depends on how well you hit your rails just before it spawns. That's exactly what Strenx has got to do a lot of damage before this next Mega if he wants to make a comeback, because that extra health will help.
I mean, we saw how good it was that Cooler kept away Kilson from that rail for a good 5 minutes in the beginning of the game before Kilson could even pick it up one time. Almost all of Strenx's best shots and clutch shots so far this game have come with the rail. So now Strenx still does not have the rail. I think that Cypher's probably going to try to play that same keep away game with Strenx that Cooler played with Kilson, still denying him the rail almost 4 minutes in.
Yeah, it is a very nice play by Cypher. We got that Mega coming up in 30 seconds. Strenx, though, has built himself up to 100, 150, even without that rail. Let's see this next Mega fight. I got a feeling Strenx is going to stay up a level, watch the teleporter and make the jump, but actually Cypher's already gone through, though Strenx perhaps a little bit too cautious with that advantage. Now,
Strenx finally picking up that rail. So now Strenx with the weapon he wants does hit that one rail onto Cypher in the middle. It's going to allow Strenx to pick up this Mega for the first time. Strenx has control of Mega. Cypher a little bit late, actually, and he comes out of that teleporter. He's going to be ambushed here. A lot of damage there from Strenx onto Cypher. A good spawn there for Strenx. Going to get a second frag, and that's a big deal because now Strenx is probably going to have enough time to go get that lower yellow, and if he's quick, he might challenge this upper.
Strenx actually trying to shoot a rocket.
One big rail. A second big rail. And, this is not looking good for Cypher. Now Strenx got both of those frags without Cypher picking up any of the armors to deny it. So Strenx is probably going to continue to be having the run on this map and still have an opportunity to pick up this lower yellow and the upper yellow. But Cypher just decides to rush in anyway and make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is the sort of play we saw from Strenx against Cooler. Using that rushing ability, has that aim to do it as well. And managing to pick up clutch frags. Very well for Cypher there. They made it until this Mega. A lot of yellows coming up, at least 4.
It seems like this map, even more than the other maps, it's very important about how much health and armor you have after the fight. To determine what's going to happen for the next few minutes. If you die right before yellow spawns and you don't pick it up, it's extremely hard because there's no items on this map to really get a big stack on. There's only 2 yellows, and that Mega's every 2 minutes, so you really don't have a whole lot to work with. So you can't ever let your opponent get a big enough stack after a fight.
Yeah, and here's this next Mega very, very shortly. Cypher actually lost out to the last one, given that his first position just 15 seconds before looked like he'd take it. See if he can this time deny Strenx. He is on that middle level. Both players now actually just 10 seconds before. He's probably going to charge through middle level, use that teleporter no doubt.
Cypher doing the same thing, not letting Strenx get that Mega, and a really nice shot there by Cypher, knocking Strenx off the Mega platform. Not sure if Cypher realizes that Strenx has not taken Mega yet, though he does now. He's going to be able to pick up that Mega, has completely controlled Strenx there. Perfect shots all around, the rockets, the rail. Now he has control of Mega. He has control of that yellow. There is not a whole lot that Strenx can do. Cypher not letting him go anywhere near that rail area. Cypher finally picking up that lower yellow. Strenx does have rocket launcher, so he will be able to pick up this upper yellow. He's probably going to want to try to be very sneaky and try to just get this rail before he makes a move.
What just happened there? Both are very nice.
Rockets to the face happen. Actually, it's a nice shotgun blast there from Strenx, doing a lot of damage on the Cypher. He actually may get another spawn kill, so Strenx 3 times this game, getting a favorable spawn from Cypher afterwards and picking up another frag. Crucial rail there from Strenx, doing a lot of damage on the Cypher before he went through those doors. So he's gonna, allow Cypher to play defensively. Cypher still with no weapon, and Cypher just trying to get the kill with machine gun. Maybe a bit of a mistake there, and Cypher should have went and gotten the weapon.
2 shots will kill him with that machine gun. Very nice play for Cypher to come through. 5 damage apiece with that armor, of course.
Ooh, and Cypher just gets on the 25 bubble, but then he tries to have a machine battle with Strenx, and Strenx positions himself to fall into the 25 bubble. So both players trying to be very ballsy, using those machine guns to do as much damage as possible after the spawn. Cypher trying to just get that frag. Cypher, gave up his 3 frag lead just to get the frag and regain control. So now he takes up rail, and beautiful rail there, giving him a 1 frag lead. Actually, Strenx can get a pretty decent spawn, spawning above him.
Mega.
Gonna allow Cypher to pick up this one yellow, but if Strenx has the time here, which it looks like he will be able to pick up this Mega and this upper yellow. So Strenx is gonna have the bigger stack here, and Cypher probably shouldn't have got on the that jump pad. Oh my god, Cypher with huge rockets on the Strenx. Strenx had the huge health and armor advantage there, wasn't able to tie it up.
I really don't know how Strenx didn't manage to pick up that frag. I was expecting him to just jump in his face with that shotgun, but opted for that machine gun. Cypher, of course, just getting out of there with his life. 10-8, 1 minute 10 seconds remaining. Strenx just managed to get that railgun. Only 29 HP for Cypher, certainly within Strenx now to take it to overtime, or maybe even win if he's quick. But I think he's going to be looking for that overtime.
This is almost the same exact position Cypher was in against 0-4 in the QuakeCon 2009 final, or 8 final rather, here on 24. Cypher was up by 2 frags in the last minute, had to run away to confer a victory. Strenx getting that big frag to start off with, making only the 1 frag game. Cypher doesn't get that shotgun spawn, is going to have no idea what time this yellow spawns. He's a few seconds early. He does not pick up the rail. So Cypher defending this yellow with only a shotgun. He shotgun Strenx through those double doors. It's going to spawn now, and Cypher with an amazing job. Just standing there letting Strenx fall into the yellow. Strenx got baited there. Cypher with a huge shotgun blast in the face. That might have secured him the victory here on 24.
Unbelievable, really unbelievable as Cypher looks to just sit on this upper level and secure that victory. Why Strenx didn't know he was there, I have no idea.
Jump down?
The thing is, Strenx's position, he could have heard if Cypher dropped down, so obviously Cypher was still there. He must have sort of thought to himself, did I hear him?
Strenx came through the door. Obviously Cypher hit him with a shotgun blast, so he knew that he fell down. Did Strenx think that he fell all the way to rail?
I don't
know how he didn't know that he was on the second platform.
But if he fell all the way down to the rail, Strenx would have been like, okay, I've not heard the rail pickup yet. It's almost as if Strenx wasn't listening to... I don't know, I don't want to say too much. Both players are, of course, very, very good. And here we are on T7.
Three,
Wow.
2.
No, but that was weird to me. I mean, Strenx had all the weapons. The only thing Cypher had was shotgun. The complete wrong move would be go directly into Cypher in that situation to get shotgun. That was like the one weapon that Cypher needed there. I thought Strenx would have just rocketed him off the yellow and
but
tied the
straight
game,
away.
but Cypher.
Cypher actually missed that rail as he went for it initially. Actually helped him out quite a lot as he kept his speed going around the corner. Unfortunate to die though, but we'll get that second red armor. Of course, T7, very difficult to pick up spawn frags here. More, well, I'd say easier to control items and get frags from that. See, or hope Strenx doesn't go too far behind if he's hoping to take this one.
Just to let everyone know, this is the third map. In this third place game, Cypher has won the first 2 maps, so if Cypher wins this, he will take the series 3-0. Oh yeah?
This is 1-1, isn't it?
Oh wow, Strenx won the first map, right?
This is what happens
right
when
here.
Slasher doesn't sleep, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens.
Sorry.
Things get confused.
It's not 2-0, so there will be a fourth map.
1-0 right now here on Furious Sight. Strenx taking that 50 HP may come into plan shortly. If he wants to take a lot of damage, of course, doesn't have much armor to his name, whereas Strenx or Cypher has that 200. So Cypher can keep putting out this railgun. This is going to look very pretty for him.
I didn't think Strenx was going to attack this red. He's way too early. Cypher has a huge armor stack here. He's going to get the frag, tie it up, and take the armor. There's no way that Strenx should have pushed in there. He absolutely should have gone through the teleporter and circled around to this red and to this mega and to the yellow. And now Cypher has control of the red, the mega, and all of the map, and he even has enough time to go back towards this red. Cypher actually going to let him not to pick up the mega at all and to circle back towards this red, and Cypher blows himself up, so he loses red, and then now he picks up mega. So really weird turn of events here in the opening minute of this map.
Yeah, I was really expecting Strenx there just to charge at him with that LG. Of course, having no armor, Cypher meant that he would go down very, very quickly. But Strenx opting to play the safe game. Actually, Cypher's going to get in on this red armor as well if Strenx does that. So Strenx just trying to save
I don't think
the mega.
Strenx knows this item time. No, he doesn't know it at all. So this is time for Cypher to get the frag. He will. Strenx is going to pick up the time, though, while he dies. Cypher should have enough time to challenge for this red, though, not let Strenx get anywhere near, and that's going to give Cypher a huge stack. And Strenx only with 50 armor. Cypher should go on the rush here to try to get some frags.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Strenx, I'd just play very, very cautiously, just sit around the upper levels and just try and hit these rails on the Cypher, because that stack of Cypher is just going to make it impossible. And wow, what a direct rocket on the Strenx. Only 55 HP. The yellow's going to give him a bit more time to do some damage, but only a matter of time now until he goes down. And actually no damage done there to Cypher, so Cypher's going to be very happy with that fight. Not very happy that Strenx gets the red spawn, as Cypher doesn't manage to get over there in time. Of course, as I've said all weekend, you do spawn furthest away from your opponent, and Cypher just couldn't get to that side.
Wow.
Strenx even picks up the frag.
And now, because Cypher decided to chase Strenx and try to get that red before Mega, Cypher's given up Mega. And now Strenx has control, and he'll be able to go back to red, but now actually he's a second late. Cypher's going to regain control of red. So each of these players making slight mistakes on that red, giving themselves the other major item. So now they're pretty much back even in stacks. Cypher leading 3-2 with a big rail, though, from Strenx. That's going to give him a bit of an advantage here. Cypher does not have a railgun, so Strenx is going to do as much damage as he can long range.
Yeah, I mean, both players obviously realise that giving the other one being significantly strong in aim is leading them to sort of almost a disadvantage, as both players are prone to just run in aggressive. So trying to get every item on the map, and obviously isn't working. Moment here on Furious Heights.
And Cypher didn't do a whole lot of damage there at that mega fight. That's going to give Strenx a very large stack here for fighting for this red, and because of that, he's going to get the red and the yellow for free. So Cypher not doing enough damage there at that mega is going to allow Strenx to pretty much run this map now for the next minute or two. Cypher only stuck with 50 armor. Going to have to be very cautious here for this next red.
Yeah, of course, as Sasha mentioned earlier on, it's 1-1 right now, and definitely going to a best of 5 at least. Oh, sorry, always a best of 5, but definitely going to more maps, should I say. Right now, Strenx leading 4-3. Red in 10 seconds. I've got a feeling both players are just going to charge for it, as they have been doing. Yeah, look at this, both coming down towards this lower pillar level. Currently Cypher with the better rockets, but Strenx with nicely 2 place ones, going to pick up that red. Still, though, both players should get out of this fight without any kills. And just, I'm just curious as to why nobody is elected to sort of just do damage.
Yeah, actually, as soon as you say that, Strenx basically did exactly that. He did as much damage as he could on that red, and then just played defensive, went back to Mega, took yellow, said, alright, you can have the rest of the fight, and now he's able to take red. So now Cypher is stuck in a very awkward position here. There's really not a whole lot that he can get out. He's going to hope that Strenx misses that one rail. And there you go. Strenx misses the one rail. That's going to allow Cypher to get out of there and pick up some armor. So some very clutch dodging there by Cypher to get out of that situation.
Yeah, certainly. Cypher should be able to drop onto this red.
And now because of that, Strenx took so long that Cypher's going to get red.
But again, he comes out of that fight, Strenx, winning, okay, got a nice stack, but it's like both players just prepared to take risk after risk by that red. You know, Cypher obviously in the better position for that, obviously going to be watching that doorway, and yet Strenx still makes a decision, and it's paying out for him at least, but...
Yeah, both players seeming to rely more so on their aim than the tactics in this map. Strenx with a 2-frag lead, 2.5 minutes to go. Just waiting for this yellow. He's going to have a really large stack, and Cypher cannot trade rails here with the amount of armor and health he has. I mean, he does pick up that 50, but with less than 100 armor, and this red looks like it's not going to be spawned, and Strenx is going to have a perfect time on it. Cypher's now going to have time on it, but yeah, he doesn't have enough health or armor to really challenge here.
No, it's alien to me, but these players, obviously, top 4 in QuakeLive scene in Europe right now, and, you know, it must work, but I'd just like to see Cypher do more damage to Strenx before he... is he going to drop down for this red? Okay, that was a nice move to drop down. Strenx was a bit stupid to go through the teleporter, but...
Yeah. So, Strenx with his shotgun blast, I must say, doing a ton of damage these past 2 games. Yeah, so Strenx with a bit of mistake himself. I mean, he's actually circled around Cypher, who was leading up above at that 50 and not down below. And instead of going for red, Strenx goes through the teleporter to try to fight Cypher, allows Cypher to get that red. And now Cypher's going to have enough time to pick up this mega as Strenx goes for the red. And here we go. So now it's time for Cypher to make the comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it's just strange because Strenx has seen Cypher challenge for this red every time. To go up to that teleporter would in effect give him a free red anyway if Cypher dropped down. So, it's just odd to me. He's allowed himself to get into this position right now. Cypher, they're missing that railgun. Strenx going to connect with that red rocket. Mega in 7 seconds. Strenx's position. So is Cypher going to charge in though, I'm sure.
Strenx actually electing to turn the other way instead of going for that lower yellow, which is where Cypher most expected he would be. Strenx instead electing to go for the rail yellow. He's still early to this red, though. I don't think he's going to want to fight for the red. I think it's
30 seconds left. Yeah, time's a run, of course. He's looking in a good position for this next
Cypher's going to have to make a move. And you just can't find Strenx. Now he finally does. Strenx is going to be able to run away through that hallway. Cypher able to do one rail. Oh, and Strenx actually falls down through the
Why?
teleporter. And Cypher's going to do a ton of damage here. He's going to get the frag. And now Strenx is definitely going to delay. Cypher's going to have to get really lucky. And Strenx spawns at the red. Cypher is not going to have enough time. And Strenx is going to take it 5-4. Here on this third map, a bit sloppy from both players. Some hasty decisions all around about trading the big power-ups. But Strenx played better than Cypher there. Cypher did not have enough time in the end, even though it was I don't know why Strenx fell down there.
And I don't know, why did he even go for the yellow, like near that Mega Health? He was in the perfect position here on T7 to just hold him back and sort of stay away. At multiple exit routes, decides to drop to yellow with the risk of Cypher come charging in, then decides to drop all the way down to lower level towards red armor. It's just, I don't know, yeah, a lot of strange decisions, but we are here on Dismemberment, the fourth map. Strenx leading 2-1. Cypher's going to have to take this one, but it is match point to Strenx, so let's see what he can do off the spawn straight with that railgun. Cypher's going to get the red, should mean Strenx easily takes this Mega. What are you expecting here?
You know, I'm not really sure. I mean, it's still, we haven't really seen these players play these maps at all before this tournament. So far, the playstyle, I mean, Cooler was able to take down Cypher here, and it was decently convincing. But Strenx has been playing good too. I think Cypher might have a slight advantage, because I think Cypher can probably play slow and methodical better than Strenx here, especially with all the corners.
Now, the thing I'm curious about is whether the players are going to play how we've seen Dismemberment through this tournament, where one person continually gets the Mega in the yellow. We are going to see a fight here, sorry. And Strenx is very low, Cypher will pick up that first frag. But as I was saying, whether we're going to see a slow Mega yellow and then the other player getting red game, or whether, as we saw on T7, both players just charging for each of the items.
Well, I mean, Cypher with a huge frag there. I mean, not only did he get the frag, but he did it right before Strenx was able to pick up the red. So not only does Strenx not know the time, but Cypher is stacked 200, Mega, red. I mean, Strenx is going to try to go for this red now, and Cypher's going to do so much damage. And again, the worst possible thing that could happen to Strenx just happened to him again, where he gets there just before the red spawns.
Yeah, meanwhile, Strenx with no armor whatsoever. We've got Mega and Red spawning same time. This is what I'm interested in, whether Cypher's going to try and get... Well, he's going to have to try and at least deny one of them, but whether he's even going to give Strenx one and be happy with the other. It looks like not, as he charges in for this fight against Strenx. We'll pick up the frag by that red. Mega's up on his spot. Strenx going to jump straight over there. Fortunately, Cypher running out of that LG. It's going to allow him to have it.
So Strenx was about a second away from it happening a third straight time. If Cypher did even, another millisecond of LG on a Strenx, he would have lost another red and probably another Mega. But because Strenx did enough damage there, he was able to pick up that other red, he's able to pick up this red, and he was able to pick up Mega. Strenx now is in control, and he should have enough armor here to defend this next Mega.
Yeah, and let's see how it goes, whether he's going to... Where is this yellow or charge straight to that red, actually delaying that jump over. Looks like he's going straight for red armor. Just about. But of course...
It seemed like... Strenx hesitated, because he knows that Cypher's not there. He's actually going to delay red. I think now Cypher saw that because he was still on that upper platform before jumping down. So he knows this Strenx was trying to delay red.
Yeah, I mean, Cypher's done a good job at the moment of building up that armor. Now on 85, he's just above 100 health, so he's actually in a good position to attack this next Mega, I think. Story, but it looks like he's setting up close to, anyway.
Both just trying to be sneaky. This Mega is up on the platform. Cypher is going to take it for free.
Wow.
Strenx is going to elect to take red, but he probably could have put Cypher off of that platform, at least done a little bit of damage.
Yeah, just a bit too passive play from Strenx there, I think. Could have had the Mega if you really wanted it. So we're going to see a fight in this corridor, though. Cypher, of course, known for having those superior rockets, is going to allow him to pick up that frag. 3-1 now, maybe even a conversion down to 21 HP after that short bit of a fight. Strenx knows it as well as he picks it for his efforts, at least.
Yeah, lots of great aim here, back and forth. Cypher doing another damage while Strenx picks up that Mega and is able to pick up this yellow too. So we may see Strenx here go for a push on red.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, beautiful move there.
I think he dropped down the bounce pad there? I think he did. I'm not sure what people were watching on stream, but yeah. I don't think Cypher expected that in a million years.
Nope, and now, you know, that allows Strenx to do exactly what Cypher did to him earlier, and that's kill Cypher right at that red before it spawns. So it's going to make it very difficult for Cypher to defend that next red as we see Strenx just comes barreling through. So now Strenx is going to have control of that red, and Strenx actually decides to delay it. Yeah, so very smart idea there by Strenx. Cypher got out of there real quick. He's going to be 5 seconds off again for that next red.
Problem is, it's only 4 seconds after this Mega, so whilst the delay is going to help Strenx in keeping that item, if he does go for Mega and kill Cypher, we're going to see a fight here though, so maybe not. An earlier fight actually, but the problem is I think Cypher's going to spawn on that red side of the map, and if he gets a rocket, he may be able to pick it up.
Well, Strenx was able to get the frag, and he picked up that Mega, and then he picked up the red, so everything that he wanted to happen just happened. And now, if he's quick, he actually might be able to pick up that yellow, because I do not think Cypher knows at all what the timing is. He actually doesn't know the timing for any of the items right now. So Cypher is running around blind. He's actually going to get a little bit lucky here and pick up that yellow and the 50 without Strenx going to take all the items. Cypher just trying to wait around this Mega, does not know it spawns, now knows the spawn time. So he's just going to try to delay Strenx as much as possible so that Cypher can regain control and knowledge of this red.
Nice roll, a couple more of those and he might be in for a chance. He's charging into that red. Cypher's going to try and surprise him by dropping down. Unfortunately the red is going to go, but at least Cypher now has both the Mega and red time, as you said earlier. Let's see. Pick up this yellow as well. No. This is going to move in for it. Cypher going to have to play very, very defensive here with those rockets. Doesn't want to lose out on that Mega time, as you can see him dropping down looking for it. Well shot. Fortunately, he has, so now it's all about this red armor. Can Cypher keep one time on a power up? Yes.
Strenx again delaying the red though. So
no,
some smart moves here by Strenx. If he didn't delay that red, Mega and red would spawn at the same time. Now Strenx has about a 4-second window to pick up Mega and run all the way back. He's going to catch Cypher going up the jump pad. A ton of damage there done to Cypher. That is the worst thing that could have happened to Cypher there. Cypher did nearly no damage. Strenx picked up the yellow. He's going to be able to attack here, try to do another frag. He might even, he's going to be able to pick up Mega. Let's see where Cypher spawns. Cypher actually spawned at red, but he's not going to take it right away, and now Strenx is going to go in and try to do a ton of damage. Cypher got a bit lucky there. He was able to pick up that red. 2 health and 73 armor, just trying to get out of there. Cannot get out of there. Strenx taking another frag. 2.5 minutes to go. Cypher in a very bad position here because he really cannot get any of the major items. He's going to have to do damage on this Mega and then try to defend this red. Looks like no, Cypher will actually just get the red for free. So Strenx is going to give him it.
Strenx doesn't know that red time. He seems always having a look there anyway. Mega's just been taken by Cypher. He has that 100 armor stack as well. This is time for his comeback. 2 minutes remaining. We saw yesterday whereabouts Strenx is now. An opponent managed to hold off for around about a minute and a half with just 1 frag lead. So almost like Lost World in some ways with these corridors and corners.
He might be playing this defensive too early, though. He actually just dropped down to that lower edge and took the 50 by doing, by getting the fall damage. That Mega's not spawning. Cypher catches him off guard. Strenx with a lot of nice rockets, though. Still doesn't die, and this Mega's going to spawn. He's actually going to run. Cypher missing 2 clutch rails. Would have given him the frag. This is most likely going to allow Strenx to pick up this red, and it will. So Cypher could have taken the frag there, made it 7-5 with a minute and a half to go. Instead, Strenx is going to be able to run away with that red. Should have enough time here with 3 frags remaining.
Yeah, and this of course could be the deciding match for Strenx. If he does take this, Cypher gonna finish in 4th place. That's not anything anybody would have thought here at the ESL IEM5 European Finals. Gonna hit a nice rail onto Strenx though. 1 minute remaining, 3 frags to make up. Remember, people can delay spawns 4 or 5 seconds at a time, so knock 10 seconds off that time now. 40 seconds technically remaining for Strenx here.
No, Cypher's going to have to make this move. He's probably going to rocket jump up here. And he does, and a lot of damage, and Strenx gets through the teleporter before dying. That's a lot of time. Cypher's going to cut him off and finally get the frag. 2 frags remaining. Strenx is going to delay his spawn, and Cypher gets a spawn that he wants, and he misses the initial rail. He's going to catch Strenx off here. Strenx going back and forth through the teleporters, running as fast as he can. Cypher should catch him. He's going to make it 7-6. Now one more, and actually Strenx spawns right away. Why does Strenx spawn right away? Mega's gonna spawn. He has no idea the items at the time of any of these items.
Cypher saw him as well.
Him. Cypher's gonna rush him. Strenx is just hiding at this bounce pad. He's just gonna hide there. He's just crouching. 7 seconds to go. Strenx is still at the red. Cypher catches him, and he's 9 health, and he doesn't do the frag. And
oh my
God! They would get away 2 health, and no, he can't do it. And Strenx is gonna win.
Man, on my screen, timer ended. That LG was locked onto Strenx, but Strenx just taking it. I mean, Cypher, sorry, wow. Hey, what? What the hell?
Unbelievable.
Why does it say 6-7 on my scoreboard, though? That's what I want to know, but the 3rd place finisher.
Unbelievable. I can't believe Cypher had Strenx, and he jumped up the bounce pad because he went too fast into him, and then he needed maybe another quarter of a second. Like, maybe a quarter of a second.
Cypher, though, gonna lose out. Take 4th place here at the ESL IEM5 European Finals. Strenx gonna be happy with 3rd, but after that loss to Cool, I can't help but think he's gonna be very, very disappointed he's not in the final. Wow.
Unbelievable play there by Strenx and Cypher. You know what? Cypher looked like the best player by far within the first 2 days of the group stage. Has not looked the same in the playoffs.
Yeah, Avec, you mentioned was playing very, very strong against him. No, I've got to say, I'm still looking forward to watching the final. We will, of course, be on ESL TV. So me and Slasher at least are going to be tuned in. You're going to be not listening to our beautiful voices, thank God, but you will be listening to the wonderful Joe Miller and Calypt.
Actually, I just want to mention, because I didn't get to before, so the final will be in a few hours. They're actually doing the Counter-Strike final right now, and the QuakeLive final will come after. I made a post in the reddit.com gaming section for this weekend's IEM threads. So please go to the Reddit gaming section and upvote the thread for today's final games of QuakeLive, Counter-Strike 1.6, and StarCraft 2. It helps the viewers a lot, and it helps spread the word to a more mainstream audience. The Reddit gaming community has been very, very extremely supportive of esports, and they love watching. Actually, Quake is as loved by them as much as the StarCraft 2 thing, as much as StarCraft 2. And those guys are really pure a mainstream audience that isn't much of an esports audience. So it does show that Quake is still one of the premier games in esports of all time. Also, please, all of you in this channel, give Trance and NBC a round of applause. Thank them. Spam them. Tell them you want their babies, and you want to just you exploded come everywhere this entire weekend because of a lot of the job that Trance and NBC has done here. Trance doing the production, NBC doing all the commentary and setting things up. So if you want to, please go donate to these guys on their website. They work hard. They don't get paid. They do everything for free. They do it for the community. Give those guys some love. It helps them continue to do these events for the community and get that equipment up and make sure everything runs smoothly. So you can continue to watching these great events. This weekend has been amazing. I've had tons of fun.
And now you're going to go sleep for a week, right?
No, I'm staying up for the final. I stayed up the entire night. I got 2 hours of sleep, and now I'm ready.
Yeah, my RSC is going crazy, so thanks for that shout out. Thank you, of course, to you again, Slasher. You've been a lot of help as always. I don't think anybody's knowledge in QuakeLive is as rich as yours. And of course, to Sturmy, who hasn't been with us today. but did commentate some of those group games, as well as Fish Sticks, and also Mick from Four Seasons Gaming. I think he was around for one or two on a couple of the day or games, at least, should I say. And yeah, massive thanks to Trance as well. I'm sure nobody really heard him on the stream during the weekend. So those that weren't on the ISE channel, Trance pretty much does everything stream wise and doesn't often get a thank you. So yeah, great work by Trance as always. Yeah, so thank you for watching ESL
VODs.
IEM5. Oh yeah, VODs of course
are up from the first 2 days, and then 7th place up is also between Noctis and Sparty, and then were yesterday's VODs uploaded, Trents? Within 1.5 hours, you get your goddamn VODs. Do you know where your QuakeCon VODs are? No, you don't know where your QuakeCon VODs are, okay? They're still not there, and they're lost. But Trance is giving you VODs within an hour. ESL can't even do that shit. So again, go donate this goddamn man, because he is the man. Just how it is.
Awesome sauce.
Also, I would like to mention, I am going to have on the winner, either Cooler or on Avic, on Live on 3 this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be 1 a.m. CET for all you Europeans. But we will have on Avic or Cooler live doing a great interview. So if you have questions, you could actually send them in too.
Yeah, of course, if you do have any questions throughout this event and you'd like to get in touch with us, levelupyourgame@gmail.com. I know it's Gmail and it's not some fancy email address, but I just love the setup of Gmail. So yeah, send us an email, or you can just click contact us on our website and let us know. I think that's going to wrap it up. Anything else you want to say, Slasher?
No, I've had a great time commentating. Thank you too for letting me do this. I love doing these Quake events, and I will continue to do them for my own volition, DIY, as long as I can. Even if you guys hate my voice and think I'm an idiot and think I can't play Quake and I don't know what I'm talking about and I don't know history, that's cool with me because I get to enjoy games like that all day, and that makes everything worth it. So I'd just like to say thank you to you. Thank you, everyone tuning in. Please tune into Live on 3 Tuesday for Avic or Cooler and a live interview. You can actually ask questions on ES Reality. I'm going to make a new post on ES Reality. All VOD is on ES Reality, all that stuff over there. So please go check that out. And thanks, guys.
Yeah, the last thing I'm going to say before we tune out is thank you very much to ESL for providing yet another fantastic event. I know there's a bit of controversy over the decision between Strenx and Cooler, but gotta say, I don't think anyone was disappointed with that result, as Strenx has provided a fantastic third place game and also a fantastic conclusion by Cooler to take himself into the grand final, which we're all going to go and tune into now and watch. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you next time.